Swing is in the air. The most awaited event of the year is here. Today is 11th August 2021, a wonderful Wednesday. So, a warm and graceful morning to our most valued Principal Ma'am, Honorable Chief Guest, esteemed judges, worthy teachers, and my dear students. First of all, we shall seek the blessings from Lord Almighty. May God bless us that we may get our rightful due in our life, that our mind should follow the path of truth, that no affliction should even touch us. Amen. I, Priyanka Malhotra, on the behalf of Kamla Nehru Public School and the entire fraternity of the institution, would like to welcome everyone to our beautiful venue. Today is the day we begin to learn to look through the eyes of others, to find out and experience what the world is like for them. Kamla Nehru Public School is organizing the first ever online Jalandhar Independent School Sahodaya Inter-School Competition Research and Paper Presentation. A research is a creative and systematic work undertaken to increase the stock of knowledge. It involves the collection, organization, and the analysis of information to increase understanding of a topic or issue. Now it's my honor, more than a pleasure, to welcome our most valued Principal Ma'am, the lifeblood of our school, who sleeps less and works more in planning about the betterment of the school, teachers, and students. You are full of values, vision, and virtues, ma'am. You are a dreamer, doer, thinker, outstanding problem solver, and an exceptional listener, ma'am. I must say, ma'am, you always leave an indelible mark on everyone who gets to know you. You are a great leader indeed. May you continue to inspire many. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, my dear Priyanka. You have been magnanimous when it comes to your words and talking about me. Thank you very, very much. We make a wonderful team, and this team moves together. So thank you for being such a wonderful team members, and thank you to all the teachers around there, because together we build a sustainable world. A world which all of us dream of. A world where there's no pain, no hunger, where education is quality, where gender sensitivity is there, where equality thrives, where we take care of the nature, where prosperity is there. So thank you so much, all the educators from different schools. 25 schools are participating, and students from all these wonderful neighborhood schools. We are delighted, we are honored, and we are blessed to have each one of you participating in this first ever research paper and presentation today. My beloved students, you are the future, and getting into research and thinking of a world, a fairer world, a sustainable world, you have taken the first step, my boys and girls, and miles to go as you move ahead in your life. Thank you so much for joining. So ladies and gentlemen, we are a small little school in a village, Chak Hakim, and we cater to children from 65 villages, putting dreams into their eyes, making them to realize that they are the global citizens and they have to build their own world. We practice, preach, and promote sustainable development goals in our school. So not taking much time, we being a Microsoft Showcase school, We are even the brand ambassador of Microsoft Showcase Crew. So when COVID came and we took charge of this challenge which was there, and Microsoft covered us in this 3 minutes film. Please, let's see it together.
जो लोग कहते हैं कि घर बैठे दुनिया नहीं बदल सकते, वो अभी तक मिसेस परमजीत ढिल्लों से नहीं मिले। फगवाड़ा के चक हकीम गांव में कमला नेहरू पब्लिक स्कूल की प्रिंसिपल मिसेस ढिल्लों। जब दुनिया बदल ही गई तो फिर वो बैठ जाती क्या? नहीं, 2 कदम आगे रहना तो फितरत है उनकी। इसलिए जब बाकी शहरों में अनऑफिशियल छुट्टियां मना रहे थे सब, GNPS में माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम्स पर ऑनलाइन क्लासेस शुरू हो चुकी थी। देखते ही देखते छोटे से इस एक गांव में आसपास के 65 गांव से 1600 बच्चों ने ऑनलाइन क्लासेस ज्वाइन कर ली। अब ये कमाल कैसे हुआ? आइए मिसेस ढिल्लों से ही पूछते हैं।
एजुकेशन किसी के लिए रुक तो नहीं सकती ना। दिसंबर में जब हमने दुनिया की शक्ल बदलते देखा तो हमने अपनी तैयारी शुरू कर दी। फिर वो चाहे टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग हो या फिर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम्स पे मॉक सेशंस हो, मोमेंटम बना रहे इसलिए हमने गर्मी की छुट्टियां भी नहीं करी।
आज के इस दौर में हम पीछे तो नहीं रह सकते, वक्त के साथ साथ ही चलना है, चाहे सब कुछ बदलना पड़े। चाहे 7 घंटे की जगह अब दिन के 10 से 12 घंटे लगे या नई टेक्नोलॉजी से दोस्ती करनी पड़े। नोटबुक्स की जगह अब क्लासेस में ऑनलाइन पोल्स और MCQs लेने पड़े।
ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए जब सब लोग मिलकर काम करते हैं तब डिस्कशन, हंसी मजाक सब कुछ होता है, बहुत मजा आता है। और फिर जब सारा काम होकर एक जगह अपलोड हो जाता है तो सबको प्रोग्रेस भी दिख जाता है। 4 दिन का काम 1 दिन में खत्म और फिर खूब सारी मस्ती।
और देखो हमारी टीचर्स भी कम कहाँ, अलग अलग बच्चों के लिए भी असाइनमेंट्स ऐसे बनाए जिससे हर बच्चे को मौका मिले अपना हुनर दिखाने का अपनी अपनी वर्चुअल नोटबुक्स में। एक नई दुनिया से नए नॉर्मल तक, नई तकनीक से नए रिश्तों तक। अब अगर कोई पूछे कि घर बैठे दुनिया बदलते देखी है तो हम कहेंगे हमने ही तो बदली है।
Thank you so much for playing that wonderful video. We are honored and delighted to have our honorable chief guest, Ms. Anjali Chhabra, Deputy Secretary, CBSE, Center of Excellence, Chandigarh. Thank you, ma'am. We are blessed to have you today. You are a source of motivation for all of us. Moving on, I would now like to hand over to Priyanka. Over to you, Ms. Priyanka, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Anjali, ma'am. Your presence makes us so happy, ma'am. So with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Anjali, ma'am. So now I will take an opportunity to just welcome our esteemed judges. With a huge round of applause, let's raise up a hearty welcome to our esteemed judges. Big and warm enough to hold you all. Mr. Ajay Khosla, sir, welcome, sir. You are Assistant Professor in DAV College of Education, Abohar, Punjab. You have done MA, MH, MPhil, UGC NET. You are pursuing PhD from Punjab University, Chandigarh. You have published 15 research papers in various journals and edited 2 books on Swami Dayanand Saraswati. You are a CBSE resource person. You have presented approx 20 papers at national and international level. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Now I would take an opportunity to welcome our esteemed judge, Mr. Dalbir Singh Bhullar. Well, we welcome you, sir. You're a principal in Gyan, Ganga International School, Distt, Sangrur, Punjab. You have done MA, MA, UGC NET. You are a CPSC resource person. You are a district coordinator, COE Chandigarh. You have a 30 years experience in education field. We welcome you, sir. You're a great personality. You are being so enriched in your experience. We welcome both of you. A big round of applause for Mr. Ajay and Mr. Dalbir, sir. We welcome you, sir. We are so delighted to have you amongst us. So now we shall proceed ahead with our research problem. Yeah, our research problem covers two topics, and the topic one, it's building peaceful societies for global peace and sustainable world is a global and interconnected challenge, research, facts, and predictions. And the topic two is building fairer and more equal societies for prosperous, peaceful, safer, and sustainable world. Research, facts, and predictions. These are the two topics of our research problem. Now we shall move ahead with the research paper should comprise of the following details. That it covers title page, abstract, introduction, methods, facts, predictions, conclusions, acknowledgements, preferences, and the maximum word limit of research paper is 250 to 300 words. Now we shall proceed ahead with the video of the research paper presentation, which we need to keep a very keen record for the same. The time duration, we need to be very particular and we need to be very pertinent about the same. That's 60 seconds, that is 1 minute. And 1 minute video should have following points, that is research, facts, and predictions. Now we shall move ahead about the title of the research paper. That we need to proceed ahead with the same. The title includes that research problem. You are supposed to cover the same as it is focused on. And the last date of submission was already 31st July 2021, and you have submitted it so successfully. Thank you so much. And you must have written the name of the participant and the class, name of the participant school, and the host school, obviously, Kamla Nehru Public School, Pagwara. Now we shall talk about the credits now. It includes your acknowledgements, references, declaration, and your research paper is my original work. It should be your original work. No plagiarism is expected, please. Now we shall talk about the criteria of judgment, very important, of the research paper and video presentation. It includes your title page, abstract, introduction, 5 marks, methods, facts, and predictions, 5 marks, conclusions, acknowledgements, and references, 5 marks, and the video, 5 marks. The total, 20 marks. So now we are excited to unveil the curtain. We are excited to go and grow. I'm just reiterating for you. We are excited now to go and grow through these 25 videos in a single go. So it's my humble request that we need to take utmost care of the remote learning etiquettes, please. If it and some technical issues are there, maybe some audibility and visibility problem is there. So please let us know, and we need to be very patient and we shall take best care of it. Here we go.
In today's interconnected world, even if we are not affected by discrimination directly, global inequality affects us all. Even the richest of the world's countries have poverty. Even the oldest democracies of the world still suffer with racism and homophobia. And these are just a very few instances of the inequalities. There are many more that exist in the actual world. And researchers have even predicted that Inequality threatens a long-term socio-economic development, and the 10th Sustainable Development Goal, that is reducing inequality, suggests that sustainable development is not possible until any part of the world's population is excluded from the process. But the good news is that it is actually possible to achieve an equal and a fair goal, but all what we need is a very transformative change. And that's exactly what my research paper sums up. So thank you so much and have a great day ahead.
Namaskar. My research says that peace can be acquired by young change makers. We have to empower women. Mutual thinking is required for fairness. Economic stability is required. National policies and laws can create an equal society. Discrimination and inequality are poorly understood terms need eradication. The unequal education system further pulls us apart. A peaceful world will be cultural and diversity tolerant. Global prosperity can be predicted through Manrega, midday meal scheme, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, clear-cutted global project, international peacekeeping. Pradhan Mantri Jalandhar Yojana disbursed 1.6 trillion to 329 million beneficiaries. Manrega has benefited 63.7% people. The National Health Mission allotted in Indian rupees 267 billion for health improvement. Budget of Clear Cotton project was Euro 9 million. Thank you.
We believe in peace, not only for ourselves, but for the whole world. I, Prabjot, will talk about peace and development. They are like two sides of a same coin. China's desire to be the superpower has made it to develop estranged relations with other nations. Attacks on Parliament and World Trade Center are still fresh in the minds of people. Terrorism and human trafficking cause fear and threat. But strong coordination and cooperation between national and state governments can nip the evil in the bud and maintain peace. Hence, my dear friends, no development can take place without peace. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Kushimani of Plus 2 Medical from Swami Mohandas Model School, Senior Secondary, Jalandhar. Today I am going to express my views on the topic of building fairer and more equal societies for prosperous, safer and sustainable world. Abstract. Global sustainable progress is dependent on the impartial way of thinking for several societies, caste, races, religion and work profiles. Introduction. Many people have been penetrating for attaining perfection while it would be agitated to get this dream. Methods: no poverty, gender equality, zero hunger, good education. Facts: 150 million girls will marry before their 18th birthday by 2030. 520 million girls or children are uncounted in our world. Predictions: global green bond issuance expected to top $500 billion for the first time. To recapitulate, I want to tell that the world is making development towards the global goals. Thank you and have a nice day.
True.
Good morning.
A very good morning to one and all. All of us strive to build fairer and equal societies based on sustainability and peace. But when we set out to do this, we face various challenges, and COVID has only added to this. There are 689 million poor people in the world today, and COVID will add 150 million people more by 2022. Greenhouse gases, carbon emissions, chlorofluorocarbons worry the environmentalists. There are only 60 more crop cycles left. We are only 9 years away from 2030, and we haven't fulfilled the objectives and aims of Agenda 2030. Businesses are becoming more lucrative as governments relax policies. Consumers and workers are losing their bargaining power, and welfare schemes aren't reaching the needy. The need of the hour is a comprehensive policy that deals with the existing problems without creating new ones so that balance can be maintained. Thank you.
Greetings, my name is Tullan and I'm a student of grade 11th year of Maywood School. I'll be looking at the correlation between the Gini coefficient and the conventional parameters for development. Gini coefficient is the measure of income equality of a country. A value of 0 represents perfect equality and a value of 1 represents perfect inequality. Gini coefficient is important because income equality is a prerequisite for fair and equal societies, and sustainability can only be achieved if the greed of a few is contained. I'll be comparing Australia and South Africa. Both increase their per capita, but one did it while maintaining an equal society, a low Gini coefficient, and a small wealth gap, due to which it's a developed country now, whereas one ignored the wealth gap and is now an underdeveloped state. Thus, we conclude that increasing per capita should not be the only goal for development. Reducing the wealth gap is important too. Countries like Australia are developed because they did not let wealth get collected at the top, whereas countries like South Africa, regardless of their per capita, cannot be considered developed countries because of their extremely unequal societies. The research paper is an original work and has not been copied from anywhere else, but citations and references have been given to respective sources. Thank you. Greetings.
To all of you, my name is Shreya. I'm from Sangrur National School studying in 11th grade, and today I'm going to speak on how building fairer and equal societies will lead to a prosperous, peaceful, sustainable and safer world. So according to what I've researched on, there are 3 essential acts for building a safer and sustainable society, that is support, build and abolish. Supporting gender equality, that is feminism, and abolishing any kind of discrimination present in this world, and then building a society free of social inequality, that is the gap between the rich and poor. Even in the 21st century, we are still facing discrimination, and there is still the gap between rich and the poor. And I think that should be stopped, because I do predict that if this continues going on, the world will lead to an utter destruction and doom. So I think that building safer and equal societies will help us in many ways.
Good morning, honorable judges. I am Lafit Singh, studying in grade 12 from Innocent Heart School, Lohar, participating in the Sahodaya Inter-School Competition of Research and Paper Presentation hosted by Kamla Nehru Public School, Fagwada. I have chosen the topic Building Fairer and More Equal Societies for Prosperous, Peaceful, Safer and Sustainable World. Social Development Goals or SDGs focuses on gender equality, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, peace, justice and strong institutions. Credits. First of all, I want to thank God, who always bestows its mercy upon its creation. After that, I want to thank my school, who gave me a chance to participate in this competition. I therefore declare that this research was the references cited as a source of information. Thank you.
The title for my research paper is Building Peaceful Societies for Global Peace and Sustainable World is a Global and Interconnected Challenge. I am Parmeet Kaur of Grade 12, Ivyville School, Jalandhar. In the research paper that is being presented, the role of humankind in creating turbulence in societies and the three major causes are discussed, which are hypernationalism, control over natural resources, and individualistic, the hunger for power. Examples for each cause are given in detail in the research paper. To conclude, building peace is a major challenge. However, love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot exist. Every century throws a major problem at us, like the pandemic. Its aftermath always leads to cooperation, collaboration, and peaceful coexistence. For this research work, I have consulted the following books along with the following artists: The Art of Happiness by Dalai Lama, Battle of Belongings, and An Era of Darkness by Shashi Tharoor, First Afghan War by Aga Humayun, The Blind Strategist by John Bayard, American Art of War by Stephen Robinson, Sapien by Yuval Noah. Thank you.
Greetings to the jury members. According to research, social equality is the pathway for reducing income inequality, as shown in countries like Finland, where the average social equality is very high, and correspondingly, the income inequality is very low. The facts for the other countries are, in India, female share both in labor force and parliament is less. That cites out a direct relationship between political empowerment and economic participation of a group affecting the overall income inequality. In USA, hate crimes are committed by those groups who feel socially and politically devalued. The predictions for the same are higher social equality index in context to political empowerment, tolerance, and public welfare economic policies will lead countries to greater sustainability. Thanks to the jury members for having me here. Greetings to the jury.
Today, I, Puneet Madhas of grade 11th of Innocent Heart School, GMT, would like to thank Kamla Nehru Public School to take a wonderful initiative to conduct this first ever online paper presentation competition in Jalandhar. The topic I've chosen is Building Fairer and More Equal Societies for Prosperous, Peaceful, Safer, and Sustainable World. What I believe is that no one deserves to be hit, bullied, raped, or abused just because they belong to a section of society where their voices aren't heard enough. Every person is equal, okay? So the world needs to change, we reside in it. And we need to change what is stereotypical. The world can be a better place only if we're willing to make it one. The research I've done, I declare, is a completely original work. The data in my research is an overall culmination of what I've learned, the experiences I've got. As a victim of bullying myself, I want this research to go beyond, and I hope it may raise any kinds of motivation to all the readers and to all the listeners. Thank you very much.
Morning everyone, I am Ishan Singh of class 10 from CGS Public School, Jalandhar. Respect for the rights of others is peace. Now the question arises, can global peace be achieved? As per the data of April 2021 about America's longest foreign wars, World War I and II, Iraq War, Vietnam War, Hiroshima and Nagasaki attack, historian Arthur Marvin estimates that the war produced 5 million widowed women, 9 million orphan children and 10 million refugees besides the huge number of dead soldiers. The 2020 Global Peace Index report indicates Iceland, New Zealand, Austria and Denmark to be the most peaceful countries and Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq and Yemen to be the least peaceful ones. Howard Hirsch from Oslo University predicted that the ongoing conflicts in 2011, including Iraq, Syria, Libya, will soon be over. Among other things, this will be attributed to war becoming financially pointless education increasing, and infant mortality decreasing. Thank you. Morning.
Good morning, dear all. I am here to present research paper on the topic Building Fairer and More Equal Societies. The title for my research paper is Creating More Equal Societies, What Works? This is the outline of my presentation. I conducted a Google form survey with different respondents from different age groups and genders, and here are some of the findings. More than 90% felt that equality, prosperity, safety, sustainability, all four are basic parameters for a healthier society. More than 90% gave importance to sustainable development, followed by gender equality. Lesser than 30% felt that women shouldn't be given more reservation in education and jobs, whereas more than 30% felt that women are not given equal rights. Here is what the respondents defined equality as, and these are some of the parameters they felt are important for prosperous and safer society. In the end, I would like to say we need to work as a joint nation and change our mindset. Thank you.
Human beings always yearn for a fairer society. They need to live in an environment with the same opportunity for everyone, regardless of his or her birthplace, training, or social condition, has been top priority of the government. In order to make this world a better place to live in, social inclusion framework sets the agenda that is committed to having no one behind. Implementation of such goals lead to peace and prosperity. Although many challenges will come to the path of it, to ensure continuity of humanity, we have to develop a sustainable world, first economically and second environmentally. Environmental sustainability is attained through ensuring that process that people are involved with the use of natural resources at a rate which they can be replaced naturally. Economic sustainability involves the distributing and allocating the natural resources fairly to ensure the economic growth and ensuring that we do not exhaust the resources. All in all, people across the world have to come up with their best in order to make this world a better place. Thank you.
Gratitude to all for giving me an opportunity to present my research on the Sustainable Development Goal 3, Good Health and Well-being, under the theme Building Fairer and More Eco Societies for Prosperous, Peaceful, Safer and Sustainable World. This report is mainly focused upon analyzing the current scenario of the healthcare system in India and reviewing how it is countering the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic has posed a new challenge before the healthcare system of our country. But with the help of modern technology, our healthcare system has tried to defend the people in the best possible way. Some Indian digital apps like Arogya Setu and Kova are brilliant examples of this. It is predicted that all Indians will be using advanced technology to have access to better healthcare. To conclude, investment on health sector need to be increased on regional, national and global levels. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Hello everyone, my name is Nishesh. I'm studying in 11th Science at Eklavya School, Jalandhar. My research topic was building fairer and more equal societies for prosperous, peaceful and sustainable world. So let us talk about some facts. 60% workers lack employment contracts. About 600 million new jobs need to be created just to keep pace with new working age employment. So what I predict is that it would have been relatively easier to predict what the world would have looked like after 2030. But now due to COVID-19, we cannot predict anything. But one thing is for sure, that if these goals and these rules are followed rightly, the world would look a better place and many countries will rise from the poverty line and consider themselves as the developed countries. Thank you.
I am Abhijit Singh from grade 9 of Sangrur School. My research paper is exploratory and is focused on realistic things rather than materialistic things. If we can make our environment and the earth a better place for living, then all the living species can live happily, peacefully and safely, as everything is linked to one another. To accomplish this, WHO has made 17 Sustainable Development Goals. These goals need to be implemented by 2050. In order to practice sustainable development, several measures need to be taken, like the population should be controlled. We must encourage afforestation and uses of non-conventional sources of energy. Likewise, we must produce environment-friendly products and look for sustainable alternatives. Overpopulation and other environmental factors can lead to fights and war for basic necessities. We may not be able to walk freely as we do today. Thus, we must all develop ways to meet these needs so that our future generations can inherit a healthy, green, and a peaceful planet. Thank you.
If challenges are met with rationally designed goals, they turn into opportunities for setting new milestones. I, Ramnika C of class 12 from PDAV, am here to give a presentation titled Slow Road to Even-Handedness focused on Goal 16, Peace and Justice Strong Institutions. Many face injustice, violence and inequality. With this, peace and justice seem an uphill task. The worst challenges are corruption, injustice and poverty. Next are violence and inequality. Data elucidates gender disparity and injustice. Future is not bright. Crime against women can increase. So can poverty, 67% by 2030. Change is possible. Show zero tolerance for violence, social, sexual, cultural. Collaborate for a jubilant future. I acknowledge the support of my mentors. Here is the list of references. Thanks to all jury members.
A very good morning everyone. Today I, Amoldeep from 10th standard of the Royal World International School is here to present my project on the topic Building Fairer and Equal Society for a Prosperous and a Peaceful World. Building equal and fairer society is a very crucial step towards peace. Equality is very important in our country. Corruption in our nation, for example, destroying our equality. Hence, the peace of our nation is totally hidden. Good economic strength will lead to a prosperous world. Good economic status will lead to a united and a peaceful nation. I have taken help from the very famous article named Human Rights Universal Declaration, and the books which helped me a lot are Fairly Equal and A Great Equal Society. Thank you.
I am Jalandhar, class 12, APS Jalandhar. I would like to thank Kamla Nehru School for hosting this wonderful competition. I am grateful and would like to acknowledge our dear principal, Dr. Saksham Ma'am, our teacher in charge, Jasvinder sir, and my class teacher Kamalji Bajo ma'am for guiding me throughout this process. References: Indian Express, The Print, official UNO website. This research paper is my original work. The Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations provides us the blueprint to achieve a more prosperous future. But out of the 17 SDG boxes, we are finding it utterly arduous to tick even a single one. A bored earth wants to get a hold of us. It's sending us direct messages. The results are manifested in the form of Uttarakhand's cloudburst, huge blazes on the west coast of Northern America, landslidings, etc. Number of people fleeing amid war conflicts had exceeded 70 million mark in 2018, which was the highest since the World War era. Recently, a 1972 study by the MIT has once again popped up, claiming that the human society is on the verge of collapse. At last, I want to conclude by saying that if we want peace process to become self-sustainable, resilient social institutions needs to emerge from within. Thank you.
Building peaceful societies for global peace is a global and interconnected challenge. My research is focusing on SDG 16, Peace, Justice and Strong Institutions. Initiative of building peace is to be taken by everyone. Target 16.1, reduce violence everywhere. As per the World Economic Forum report, world's most violent country is Afghanistan. Target 16.2, protect children from abuse, exploitation and trafficking. Every 8 minutes, a child goes missing. 75% American children are a victim of neglect. Facts can be seen, but how we are going to get rid of this? Target 16.5, reduce corruption for building peaceful societies. US $1.26 trillion is the cost for corruption, bribery, theft, and tax evasion. Big data, advanced computing techniques can give real insight to the problems which might help in building peaceful societies for global peace and sustainable world.
Good morning to all of you. I am Amritpal Singh Chatrat, student of Akal Galaxy Convent School, Siddhupur, Loiya class. The topic of my research paper is building fairer and more equal societies for prosperous, peaceful, safer and sustainable world. In current times, we are seeing a lot of conflict between different sections of the society in different parts of the world. It is making it very difficult to maintain the world order in a sustainable manner. This is tussle between different sections of the society is a big threat to world peace, and without peace we just cannot imagine prosperity. This equality in the society, first one is gender equality, which is a primary pillar of equal society. Right to live an equal life which is free, fear of crime against women and social evidence, like female foeticide, child marriage, etc. Current facts about the society are horrifying, with around 4 billion people on this planet having no access to justice. Around 60% of the chronically hungry people are women and girls. The world's richest 1% have more than twice as much wealth as 6.9 billion people. Today, 258 million children, 1 out of every 5, will not be allowed to go to school. A more equal society would ensure food, shelter, healthcare, education, justice and right to life of dignity for every living entity. In the end, I would say a journey towards equality begins by ending up feelings of inequality from our own minds and thought processes that will surely be able to erase them from the society. Thank you and have a nice day.
I'm sorry, I was on mute perhaps. Thank you so much for these wonderful set of videos, my dear boys and girls. 1 minute and so much to say when it comes to your thoughts, your vision, your ideas of peaceful and a sustainable world. You are the future citizens. You are the makers of your destiny. You are the one who are going to build a sustainable world where you can live in peace and in happiness. So, with this, a big thank you to all of you. And now I invite the judges to say to give us the results. Maybe research paper. We would go later on, please. Yeah, yes, declaration of the judges. And I would like to invite Mr. Ajay, sir, Professor Ajay Khosla, Assistant Professor from DAV College of Education, Abohar, Punjab. Over to you, sir, for your.
Ma'am, I would urge Dalbir sir to kindly declare the results. I'm on campaign mode, so I'll not be able to declare the results. Kindly note.
Okay, it's all right. So, yes, Dalbir, sir, it's an honor and privilege to invite you to please declare the results. Yes, Dalbir, sir, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And good morning, everyone. I hope I am audible. That's the
Yes,
first
you
question
are.
I should ask.
Yes, you are, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. To begin with, let us thank Mrs. Pramjit Kaur Dhillon. Like, as always, she has come up with very creative idea. Here, all who are present here, I just would like to tell you that I have been I know ma'am for quite a long time, and I have seen her in action while we were doing some CPP with teachers. And I always felt that wherever she goes and whatever she does, she gives her 100%. And there's a lot of, like, when she's there, it's guaranteed that you will get something new, something innovative, something fresh, something very full of energy and all that. And this competition again is like her grandchild. And to just even think of that, to get students of such junior classes to do a mini research, again, like it's an innovative idea. And as a principal, like I have been principal for the last 20 years or so, you cannot even think about these things, because what we think that it is something which a PhD scholar does or an MPhil scholar does. So kudos, ma'am, and it's really an honor to be here, and the opportunity that you gave us to judge these beautiful papers. Now, I just would like to ask you one question before I declare this result. How many of you have participated for winning? For winning. You can write in your chat boxes how many of you have participated for winning, to win this competition. Had there been any other aim? If you have had any other aim for participating in it, then kindly write down that also. How many of you have participated for getting some position, for winning some position, first, second, third, whatever it is? कितनों ने आपने जो पार्टिसिपेट किया है वो जीतने के लिए किया है? कितने बंदों के दिमाग में ये थी, कितने स्टूडेंट्स के, कि मैंने फर्स्ट, सेकंड या थर्ड, मतलब I have to top this competition. I have to at least stand second. Very good, Himanshu. Very good. For winning and learning. So you have added learning. That's the point I wanted to drive home. My dear students, like, it was an opportunity to learn. So let it be like that only. See, we, like as judges, Ajay sir and I both have tried to be fair, to be impartial, because ढिल्लो मैम का ना डंडा लगातार था कि सर किसी भी तरह की कोई पार्शियलिटी, किसी भी, it should be a very fair judgment. I want to be very transparent. I'm going to put everything on online so that anybody can check it. But then the thing that was coming to my mind was that it's not something like to win. It's an opportunity to learn. So when I'm declaring this result, I just would like to remind you that this was an opportunity to learn. There are chances that you may have missed the mark. There are chances that you could not score any position. There have to be, because there are only 3 positions, first, second, and third. So only 3 or 4 or 5, only these many can be declared as first, second, and third. But you have been learners, and I'm very happy to know that you have tried. These were very beautiful papers, and it became very difficult ultimately in the end to declare first, second, and third. And from my side, from both of us, Ajay sir, and from my side, that I declare all of you to be winners, irrespective of the position you got. You are winners because the aim was to get you learning something, and you have learned, you have tried. Now, there were certain basic things. I'll be discussing that. Actually, when you look at the letter that was issued with this competition, I just would like to remind you, if you go through that letter, it is said that research is a creative and systematic work undertaken to increase the stock of knowledge, the knowledge which is already existing, but through this research, you add something more to it, which is creative and which came through systematic work. Now, what it involves? It involves the collection, organization, and analysis of information to increase understanding of a topic or issue. Now, see the collection, organization, and analysis. These are the main what you call points of research. And then again, there were research, this assessment criteria shared with you: title page, abstract, introduction, methods, facts, predictions, conclusions, acknowledgements, and references. So considering all these things, whenever you go for a competition, look at the covering letter, the instructions, read it again and again and again until you understand it. And then try to research on it, what I am supposed to do. So you were supposed to do to select a topic, then introduce it. Then you were supposed to tell us the methods which you will undertake to verify that research, collect data related to that research. The methods were the research methods. Most of you have missed that point. Don't worry, like it was your first attempt. It's the first competition of its kind. I think I haven't seen this example even across India. I'm sure that not many of the schools are doing it. So it's first, you are the first, you are the pioneers. Then when you do it, you should remember this thing that you need to research again for the thing which you are doing. So you were supposed to give the methods of researching. Like some of you have been really good. Like I think they have taken some advice from their teachers, or there was somebody to guide them. And they have come up with the right methods. Like they have given in methods, they have given the research methods. Then you are supposed to do the prediction, like on the basis of those facts collected, you predict something, this is going to happen, and then you conclude it. On the basis of facts, this thing has happened. So that was the basic idea of research. But next time when you will be doing it correct. I hope so. So now coming back to the result again, you must be waiting. I would like to start with the third position. I'll be just declaring the names only. I don't know the school. I'm sorry for that. And I hope that you will understand which school it is, because almost all the participants are here. I hope so. So Kamla Mehra and Manmeet, they stand at third position. Kamla Mehra and Manmeet. They have addressed the basic question of this. Okay, so you got the result on the slide itself. Thank you for that. So Kamla Mehra from Swami Sandas, Jalandhar, and Manmeet from DRB DAV Central School. Second position goes to Ramanique and Amrit. And first position goes to Babita. So congratulations to all the winners, and I congratulate every single student who has participated. I just would like to mention Bajit also has done wonderful work. He came very close to winning, to be the part of this winner team, but like in video and in certain other areas, he missed the mark just a little bit. He was almost there. So when you see the overall result, you will know that he missed the mark by what you call millimeters. So once again, I would like to congratulate all the participants. You have participated in a very novel, a very, very innovative competition. Next time when you go for this competition, I hope that you will be doing more research. The main problem was like you came up with very good ideas, but the research, it was a research paper. You were supposed to research actually. One or two of you have actually, you have actually researched. They have like there is mention of going to an age group of 18 to 47, and there were mention of questions also. I think it was Kamla. So like she actually conducted that research. So that's the purpose of this paper. That's the purpose of mini research. You need to go in the field and do the physical research where you can do it. But it's okay. Like some of you have mentioned that they have researched on the basis of periodicals and the knowledge available on internet. Wahan baji hai bell. Sorry. So, like you have mentioned those who have stood first, second, or third, they have conducted a proper research. Rest of you have missed it. Like you, in methods, you have given the methods to remove that problem, that issue, and like you missed the mark a little bit. Otherwise, you have done very well. So thank you once again, ma'am, to be the part of this very beautiful exercise, this wonderful exercise. Let us read creative ideas of these young minds. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Dalbir sir. And I'm sorry, Anjali ma'am had to leave and she's a little occupied today. So we now like again Principal Dalbir Singh ji and Professor Ajay Khosla ji to please, we have the research papers, release is there. If you permit, may we go ahead, please?
Please, ma'am, please.
Thank you so much. Yes, please, we can go ahead.
Excuse me, ma'am, if we permit La Blossom School video to be showcased.
Yes, please, we can go ahead. I believe we got it late or something.
Now we got it, so they're requesting.
Okay, we can definitely play it, please. I hope it's all right, judges.
Imagine all people living in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. One day you'll all join us and the world will be as one. Good morning, esteemed faculties and my compeers. I'm Pritina Arun, class 9th, hereby representing La Blossoms School. Building Peaceful Societies for Global Peace. Efforts. Energy Conservation Act was started by Indian Power Ministry in 2001 and USA started a project namely Community to Promote Peace. Predictions, higher education, lower infant mortality, and lower population growth are the reasons why the world can anticipate a peaceful future. The current conflicts in Syria and Iraq and the risk of conflicts in India and Tanzania will probably be over. Conclusions. The nature is showing massive anger against the human practices. We should all join our hands together to save the environment.
Yeah, it was audible, and thank you so much. In case we missed it, we're sorry for that. We try to make sure that that we adjust and it looks just also. So thank you so much for playing that video in the last minute, and God bless all of you. And yes, over to Priyanka, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this event successful. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the Lord Almighty for making today's event a great success. With His blessings and grace, we are able to make this event what it was. And my sincere thanks to our most valued principal ma'am, a special guest of honor, and our esteemed judges. Thank you so much. My gratitude to all the participants and the winners. Your days of hard work
Hello.
in your
Good morning,
videos.
ma'am.
Continue,
Hello,
Priyanka.
good morning.
Continue.
My
Good morning,
gratitude
ma'am.
to all the participants and winners. Your days of hard work were evident in your videos, dear. And the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it from you. I would like to take a pride in saying that the talent which all of you have showcased today is a proof that you have the potential to become the worthy citizens of our society and help themselves and others in various ways. Thank you everyone for gracing the occasion. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I believe Tavleen Chug wanted to say something. Yes, please. What would you like to say?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm from Berry's Global Discovery School. Good morning. Ma'am, actually, we are still to give a presentation. We were trying to log in and we were trying connecting with Charu, ma'am, but she was not able to take our call. So student from our school is still pending for presentation.
Beta, but the presentation, you had to share the video and the video had to be played by us. There was no live presentation by anybody, please.
Ma'am, but we have given the video yesterday, before 7th.
Okay.
We have submitted in Google form.
It is shown, beta. Maybe you, Charu, can you just run through the presentation? We know, when we do all things for the first time, we do falter. If it's shown, if you could just run through, beta, the slides show so that she can see for herself.
Second one, ma'am.
Maybe you joined later, beta. Tavleen, you joined later. See, here this is Miss Avneet called grade 10. So we did show, all these were shown. And, we need to It's okay. The teacher who prepares really gets excited.
Trying to log in, but I think there was some network error.
Maybe better, but it's all right. We did play it. Okay, so everybody's video was played, but still we might falter. Human error creeps in spite of all your best efforts. It's all right, Tavleen. God bless you for pointing it out. But we are so glad we had played it. Okay, not to worry.
And ma'am, just sorry to interrupt, but till when can we expect the results?
So the results have been declared, Bete, and please hold on. We'll be sharing the results with all the schools, and even the research paper, the compendium would be shared with all the schools. Okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
And the entire recording would here the results are, and the entire recording would also be shared.
Okay, ma'am.
God bless. All the best.
Thank you.
So, honorable judges, thank you so much, Mr. Dalbir Singh, and thank you so much, Mr. Ajay Khosla. The amount of time you spent, sir, in going through all the papers, 25 of them, with that, the typical, that eye, the telescopic eye which you had, both of you. You spent so many hours to give the results. And then you watched all the videos. We are honored. We are thankful. We are indebted to the time we have given to encourage and motivate. And then those lovely words, Principal Dalbir, which we heard from you, the ever encouraging Dalbir, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to Ajay, sir, also for being so good and always being there. Thank you to the esteemed judges. Thank you. With this, we come to a close. And boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen and teachers and educators who joined in for this first ever research paper presentation, God bless you. Thank you so much. And congratulations to everybody. It's learning how to research was more important than getting a position. Rightly said by our esteemed Honorable Judge Mr. Dalbir Singh. So God bless. Have a great day. Now the time to research is there, so we have young research scholars in the making and many more activities of this type we might go for in future. Thank you to Jalandhar Sahodaya cluster for giving opportunities to all the schools. Thank you and God bless. And bye-bye to everybody.